Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing great, and I want to talk about love and relationships in this video. Um, I honestly do not believe that God meant for relationships, especially marriage, to be this stressful operation. Okay, it's something. When I think about God, I always think about a God who is a good God, and anytime He makes things wonderful, and He makes it to be the best it can be. And God's intention always is for things to be good. And so whenever I see relationships or marriages where it seems as if it's a stressful thing just for both parties to get along, and actually maybe they get along, but there's no joy, there's stress in the relationship, I always wonder and think, is this, I don't know, something about that doesn't seem quite right to me, and doesn't match up with the picture I have of God. And I do not believe for a second that God meant for it to be that way. I mean, it seems as if we live in this day and age where it takes a whole encyclopedia to understand the man or the woman, and it seems as if there's this thinking that man and woman are so different and then opposite end of the spectrum, and it takes a whole army of people just to get us to understand each other. And that's not how God made it. I'm sure you're thinking, okay, Torian, how do you figure all this out? See, when God made the first man, Adam, in the beginning, in Genesis, you can go read it for yourself. When God made Adam, there was a time period when God said it's not good for man to be alone. He wanted to make a helpmate for the man. And I think it's interesting that He did not say, man, why don't you pick one of the animals, Why don't you see any animal out there that you want? You see, that's the one for you. See the one with black and white stripes? I think that's good, right? That one's good? No. Well, first of all, Adam did not see the animals and think, oh, yes, that one. And Adam did not, and God did not say, okay, you know what? I know what to do. I'm just going to say, let there be woman, and He didn't make woman out of thin air. He put Adam to sleep and took Adam's rib and made the woman, which goes to show me that it was important to God to make a person that will fit right in well with the man and will be compatible with the man and will be different, because of course we know the woman is different from the man, will be different but will flow easily with the man. Because if it was not important to God for man and woman to flow together, like I said, He would have told him to pick one of the animals, or just said, let's just make a woman out of thin air. But He didn't do that. He wanted to make sure that He was making woman out of the body part of man. Okay? And I think it's interesting that when Adam saw her, there was that immediate bond and connection, because he said, now, she shall be called woman. This is woman right here. He saw her. He didn't see the other animals, any of the animals, and say, you see, that one right there. He saw the woman immediately, and He recognized her. There was that bond and connection with both of them. And then they became one again, because she was taken out of the man. So that's why I go on to say that, you know what, I don't believe God meant for relationships between man and woman in a marriage to be difficult, hard. Yes, it requires energy. Like I said, anything that is good in life requires energy. You got to put in effort, okay? But it doesn't have to be the stressful operation, okay? I mean, it requires energy for everything. If you want to eat, you got to put the spoon in your mouth. If you want to go to the grocery store, you got to walk, move your legs and everything, or do something to get to the car, or, get to the grocery store somehow. You have to put in energy to get to the grocery store. You don't just do that and then you get to the grocery store, okay? So it requires, anything in life requires energy and effort, but it does not have to be a stressful thing. And I pray my prayer is for anyone out there who's looking for a relationship and wants to be in a relationship, that God will guide your steps towards a person that is compatible with you, that fits, you both fit together. I always have this picture and say, since the woman was taken out of man's rib, you know, when she came, it was so easy for her to fit with the man, because after all, she was part of the man. She was taken out of the man. Maybe she has some different characteristics and everything, but she really was taken out of the man. So when she came right back to the man, she fit right in to that missing part. Okay? It's not, I mean, it's like, they say you're trying to assemble a puzzle. Okay? If you have a circle piece, you will be looking for a spot that is meant for a circle. You will not try to put the circle in a square piece. Okay? So, that's how I believe relationships are supposed to go. They're supposed to be that easy flow. They're supposed to be that peacefulness. They're supposed to be that getting along, that where you're both compatible to each other, okay? And if you are holding on to a relationship right now, and it just seems as if you're trying to fit, you know, and it seems as if it's such a struggle for you all to fit together, you gotta be honest with yourselves. Are we trying to fit two people together? Are we really compatible? It's important to even know this before you get into a marriage with that person, because when you get married, you are now one in the eyes of God. Okay? And so if you're praying for a relationship, I pray that God will guide you to a person that is compatible with you, because there is someone out there that is compatible with you, and there is someone out there where when you all get together, there'll be that easy flow. There'll be that getting along. There'll be that connection, that bond. It will be, you will see each other and you will know you're both home. Okay? And if you're married, and it seems as if it's such a stressful thing, you're all having a hard time getting along, or maybe you're just not having much peace in your marriage, or not having much enjoyment in your marriage, I pray, and actually this is something you can pray and say, God, thank you for the grace of that easy flow, and that you know, that for us to be compatible and fit together, because God is in the business of doing miracles. You might say, well, you know, I wish I'd heard this before I even got into marriage with that person. But now you're married, I believe you can pray about anything and everything. You can pray for that miracle of that easy flow, that easy fit. But what the whole point of this video is, I want you to know that it's not normal for man and woman to get in a relationship or a marriage and it's as if you are loggerheads with each other, butting heads all the time, and it's just pain, sadness, emotional turmoil, all this stuff, and you're trying so hard to get along. It's not meant to be that way. And when you realize something is not meant to be that way, now you can say, oh, God, help me out, help us out. And I believe God can do miracles in that area, okay? And don't try to do it in your own strength, because sometimes that's the thing. We're always trying to do stuff in our strength. Sometimes I just, you know? So if you're having a marriage that is stressful and just seems as if you're having that kind of situation that is not so good, pray. And I believe that God can give you all the grace for that easy flow, because that's how He meant it to be. And that's something you can look for before you get in a marriage with a person. That are you all having that easy flow? Are you all compatible? Are you all flowing together right? And this is another area. You might not be flowing together right because maybe you all are not doing your relationship in the right way. That's another thing. You can pray, learn how you're supposed to do your relationship through the Word of God, where there's that easy flow of fitting in, because it's meant to be an easy flow of fitting in, and you're meant to be compatible with each other in a marriage. Finally, people, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I love you guys, and I hope this video was helpful, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.